Now that the Genshin 2.4 special program has completed, let's go over everything that happened in it in under 5 minutes. And down in the description you can find all the promotional codes so you can easily copy and paste it into the game. Now let's get into it. So first let's look at the new characters coming in 2.4. The 5-star character coming is Shenhei or Shenhua, however you want to pronounce it. She's a cryo polym user and she's looking rather promising as she scales off attack percent, does a lot of cryo damage bonus buffing as well as physical and cryo shredding. Definitely a promising character. And Yunjin is the second character, another 4-star, who is a polearm geo user and she's looking to be a somewhat Zhongli, somewhat Arataki Noelle hybrid. She can provide a good shield as well as buffer own damage by scaling with defense percent. Both are rather interesting, more guides and helpful tips as they come out in the future. Now onto the actual banners themselves. In the first phase we're going to have another dual banner of Shenhei Zhao with Yunjin on both banners, and this will obviously operate exactly how it did with Eula and Albedo. And then in phase 2 again we're going to have another dual banner with Zhongli and Ganyu. This is an amazing step in the right direction and I'll probably talk about that in a stream or a video later in the future. A hangout event for both Ningguang and Yunjin will be coming in 2.4, so definitely look forward to the stories behind those. And only one new weapon, the Calamity Queller, will be on the weapon banner during Shenhei's banner, so look forward to this bad boy. And the major event for 2.4 will as usual be the Xiao Lantern Festival. Now for this one they've actually remade it and built it pretty much from the ground up, making it a lot more interesting for the average player in my honest opinion. They've done a lot of different things and there's going to be a lot of different minigames to do, ranging from crafting your own fireworks, solving puzzles, boating around, killing enemies, and many more things. At the same time, there's also many rewards to be won. You can get yourself one free 4-star character out of a selection of many different ones, and you can also get yourself 10 free roles on the featured character banner. But definitely a lot more detail for this event when it is live. I'll definitely make a video covering it all, so stay tuned for that. I did forget to mention that Ningguang and Keqing are both getting skins, so this is very exciting. As well, there is a new boss fight coming out for the event and potentially also permanently. And after the Xiao Lantern Festival we get a few more extra events, a study in potions where you go into a domain, afflict yourself with different potion effects and buffing your damage and then killing enemies to get different scores and different rewards. Pretty simple, pretty basic. After that, we're getting a rather adorable Bake Danuki event, 8 locals over mountains and sea, where we have to traverse the world of Teyvat, not just in Azuma, taking adorable pictures of the local Danuki in various different areas, which is looking to be a very leisurely event. And one of the best events in Genshin is making a reappearance, the Wind Trace event, which is essentially just hide and seek, where you can queue up with either randoms or with your friends and play a bit of hide and seek, or prop hunt as it's more commonly referred to. And as per usual, we're getting a new island, but more so an underground cave, I think it's more commonly referred to. And for this one, we're going to be going underneath Watatsumi Island into the area called Enkonomiya, where it's going to be a lot of puzzle-based exploration, going through the place that has a very unique system of being able to turn day and night at your own will. This place is looking rather interesting and has a rather unique effect and kind of aesthetic, but more importantly there are different enemies coming in. And the first enemy is a variant on the Geovishap, which has kind of evolved in this underground area, and for this one's looking to be a fair bit difficult, seeing as it has energy recharge or slash energy draining mechanics, but overall again nothing too difficult. But as well we're getting a different boss, which seems to be a dual Geovishap boss, where 2 of them drop down and you have to fight 2 different Geovishaps at the same time. In a very symbiotic manner these 2 work to defeat you or you to defeat them. And the second enemy is the Pyro Abyss Lector. This enemy looks difficult, but I don't believe he actually will be, mainly because he's Pyro, and if you have any Hydro character, wink wink nudge nudge Xingqiu, you won't struggle on him. But mechanically he does have a few different explosive attacks and an intermission. And to wrap it up, we're getting a few different system optimizations. The first 2 are to do with Spiral Abyss. Now, whilst you are in a run of Spiral Abyss and fail one of the challenges on the left hand side of the screen, it will now grey out, telling you that you have failed it, so you don't have to push onwards trying to calculate the time conversion. And the other change is to be able to see the next roster of enemies for the next floor of Spiral Abyss after completing the previous one without having to leave the Spiral Abyss itself. You can do this by clicking on an exclamation point at the top of the screen after you go continue. You can now also rebind the cogwheel menu options. This is really just for console players or some PC players. It's cool, I guess. The crafting alchemy UI is getting a pretty much massive rehaul. This is to make it easy to find items instead of having to scroll for 1,000 years. Now you can just slide for a handful of days. And you will now be able to select up to multiple items in your Serena teapot to either move them around or pick them up all at once instead of one at a time. And now there will also be a cool musical instrument thing that you can buy in the Serena teapot vendor, which then you can collect different music from different parts of the game and then play as the theme of your whole Serena teapot, which is quite cool actually in my opinion. And that is the 2.4 stream summarized in almost under 5 minutes. We just went a bit over, but that is fine because there is a lot of content to get through in patch 2.4, so be excited. But if you did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay notified when I upload. Peace out guys, stay safe and stay hydrated. See you later.